Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome into Connor's College Football Predictions. Breaking down my predictions for Week 5 of the 2013 college football season. And I'm really looking forward to this week. Bunch of big games. I'm pumped up. So let's get right into my picks right now. First off, Wisconsin versus Ohio State. Now, everybody knows that Wisconsin has a very good rushing game. So if Ohio State could limit that to a minimum, then they have this game in the books. And I'll tell you why. Wisconsin, they're passing 90th in the country. That's not good. Joel Stave. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just going to call him Stave because it sounds the coolest. So Joel Stave for Wisconsin. He's 52nd in the country in quarterback rating, 52nd in the country in passing yards, and 52nd in the country in touchdowns. Now, it's okay, but if you want to beat a team like Ohio State, you need to be better than that. He is not an elite quarterback. So, yeah, like I said, if Ohio State could limit this rushing game from Wisconsin, they put a lot of pressure on a young sophomore quarterback in Joel Stave, and I think that they could really throw this Wisconsin offense off, and I think that Ohio State could easily win this game. Also, just a side note, Braxton Miller could possibly be coming back in this game, or Urban Meyer said he has a 90% chance of playing, um, so likely he's going to be back. And at home last year, Braxton Miller had 11 touchdowns out of his 15 total passing touchdowns. Yeah, and then also at home, rushing wise, he had 10 of his 13 touchdowns at home. So he likes playing at home, and I think he's going to get the job done here. So Buckeyes get the win. Next up, Oklahoma versus Notre Dame. Um, Now, Notre Dame, their offense is terrible. I'm not going to lie. 78th in the country when it comes to putting up points, and they're 100th in the country in rushing yards. So they really rely on the passing game and Tommy Rees, and he just hasn't proven that he can be an elite quarterback for an elite team. Kind of like Joel Stave, he's 54th in the country in quarterback rating, and to beat a team like Oklahoma, that's not going to cut it. He has to be better than that, and I don't think he can be. Blake Bell, on the other hand, for Oklahoma in his first start was 30 for 43, 451 yards, and 4 touchdowns in his first start. That's just ridiculous. So he's proven that he's more than just a goal line quarterback. He can really be effective in all sorts of offenses. So there's that. Also, Notre Dame's defense. Last year, if not the best, top 5 defenses in the country, and now they don't even crack the top 40 in total defense. And also, I found this amazing. They are 115th in the country when it comes to getting sacks on the quarterback. Yeah, huge difference from last year. So, I mean, with a pretty good quarterback in Blake Bell, I think that he could really succeed in this game against Notre Dame defense that's nowhere near as strong as it was last year. So I'm going with the Sooners. Now, big game of the week, LSU versus Georgia. LSU gave up 437 yards to Auburn last week. This is not the Cam Newton Auburn. This is, Auburn. So, that kind of concerned me. And now they're going up against Georgia. Georgia's ninth in the country in passing yards, and they're sixth in the country in total offense. And not to mention they put up 41 points on South Carolina, who most people thought was going to be one of the best defenses in the country going into the year. So, I think that LSU is going to struggle on defense in this game. Also, LSU had 10 penalties last game. And 4 were false starts. They were at home, so they're going into Sanford Stadium, which I mean one of the loudest stadiums in the country. So I think that they could kind of struggle even more with getting the snap cat down and snap count. It sounded like I said snap cat, snap count down, and they I don't know, maybe they could have even more false start penalties, and penalties really start to add up. They lost 85 yards on penalties last game, so that was huge. Um, so anyway, there's that. And last year, Zach Mettenberger, in 5 games on the road, had 761 yards, had a completion percentage of 50.4%. Not that bad. But like I said, in 5 games, he only threw for 3 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions, and he was sacked 17 times. 17 times. You know, that's not good when you're going on the road, especially in Georgia Stadium. Um, and also, Aaron Murray, in his 2 games against top 10 teams this year, he's had 300 yards in each game. So, he's getting the job done against top 10 teams. And I like Georgia in this game. So I'm going with them. Now it's the return of the night train lock of the week, um, and I'm going with Alabama over Ole Miss. Now this game is going to be a little bit closer than lots of people are thinking. Ole Miss did have a bye last week, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. But against conference teams last year, AJ McCarron had a completion percentage of 67.4%, and he threw for almost 2,000 yards and had 16 touchdowns. So that was really good for him. And Ole Miss is 60th in the country in passing defense, so they struggle a little bit with the pass and stopping it. So I think that McCarron could really shine in this game. And lastly, Bama has heard tons of criticism how they haven't really been impressive lately. And I think that this is the game that they really break out and show the world what they're really made of. So I'm going with Alabama in the night train lock of the week. And that's it for me. Enjoy your week in college football. Peace.